What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Retro Hour. How's everyone doing tonight? I was nervous. I was nervous that my camera would go out. I was like, you know what? This is the way this is going to be. It's going to fuck me up. Man, awesome to see everyone. This is so cool. I got a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. Um, I can't wait to get into the interview that I did. But first, I don't really have too much gaming news. First, I want to see the chat here. Got Ted Adam Green, Ballistic Coffee Boys here. Whoa, dude! I'll be talking to you soon. Felix is here. Jay, Papa Brad, what's going on, man? Awesome. So happy to see all you guys, man. So I this being the first episode back, this is episode 49 actually. I'm continuing where I left off, but this is the true retro hour because my first 48 episodes, they were all pre-recorded, where this one's going to be completely live except the interviews that I do. And the reason I did interviews pre-recorded is because everyone lives in different time zones, and it's just easier that way. Everyone's not available at 10 p.m. on Saturday night. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to do a interview with Ballistic Coffee Boy. That's going to be coming up here in a minute. And gaming news wise, I guess let's talk about the Switch 2. How many of y'all got the Switch 2? My wife did. I think my wife's in here. I believe she's in here. She was anyway. But I did hear that the Switch 2 sold like 3.5 million at launch, which is crazy. But I think that it helped out that there wasn't a pandemic and there wasn't a supply shortage or anything like that, like a chip shortage like PlayStation had and Xbox had. So, man, look at all these people. This is so cool, man. I'm so happy that some people are here, man. I was getting kind of nervous there. But yeah, you know what? We're just going to jump right into this. And if you're new to the retro hour, what the retro hour is this part is new, where I have interviews now, and I gotta tell you that man, it's like overwhelming in like a great way. I can't believe how many people reached out to me and said, "Hey man, I'll do an interview with you." So I have like, I think 12 interviews like lined up already, or I should say recorded already, and I got some others that are we're going to schedule and we're going to do this. But yeah, we're going to do this on the show. And then if you're new to this show, what I have here is what I call the retro basket. And what the retro basket is, here, a bunch of little pieces of paper like this. And, I'm going to mix this up. Every piece of paper in here, there's about 1,000 pieces in here, have a different video game on it, and they range anything from the Atari 2600. I did the cutoff at the PlayStation 1 to keep it retro, or as retro as possible. So here's what we're gonna do, man. Before we even dive into that retro basket and do some gaming, we are gonna take a look at little interview I did with a very good friend of mine here on YouTube. I know he doesn't like me saying this, but before I even show the interview, I need to say BCB is an amazing person. He's an awesome guy. He gave me a chance. He was one of my first subscribers. I think like one of my first 50 subscribers. And I believe he had me on that Atari show when I only had like 350, maybe 400 subscribers. Don't know why he'd have a little guy like me on, that small. I wasn't going to help him out any, but he helped me out a lot having me on that show. It boosted me up pretty fast subscriber wise, and I see a lot of you in here, and that's awesome. I'm grateful for that, and I am very grateful for him. I owe him a lot. I owe him a lot. He's the man. So without further ado, let's watch this interview that I had with BCB. If I can find the fucking thing. Here we go. Be right back. What's going on, everybody? Tonight, my first guest on this show is the one and only Don of Atari on YouTube, Ballistic Coffee Boy. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
I'm not too doing too bad. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. I have an extended weekend, so
Heck yeah.
of
Heck
course it's
yeah.
halfway filled with video editing, and the other half is going to be like, riding my scooter and talking to friends and
Well, that's the
stuff
fun
like that.
stuff. That's fun
Yeah,
stuff, man. Maybe not the editing, but everything else.
yeah.
I mean, I personally hate editing, but
Yeah. I like it sometimes. Like sometimes I'll get like an inspiration to do something creative because I'm like a creative person. But it's I mean, if it's just the news, like on Newsline, it gets a little boring sometimes.
yeah, yeah. I get it. Hey,
Unless Atari has announced like I don't know, uh their own macaroni and cheese or whatever, and
yeah,
then and then that can be fun actually because it's so absurd. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I make that as fun as I can because it's absurd. So
Heck yeah. Heck
you know.
yeah. Hey, speaking of which, I interviewed a guy yesterday that I guess had the pleasure of meeting you in person. He'll be on a upcoming episode,
Oh
and that is
wow.
Crypto Coffee.
Oh yes, we went to the National Video Game Museum together.
Okay, yeah.
That place is amazing. It's basically like an Atari museum. Okay.
Hmm.
They don't bill it that way because they can't, but it's basically the guy that runs it is a longtime Atari fanatic from back in the 80s and 70s, and he's
Oh,
really
okay.
big in that community. He runs that museum, but it's amazing. They have everything in there from the boy and girls links they made
Oh,
to
wow.
the Atari 2800 to they have everything in there. It's amazing.
The
And
2800?
yeah, all like unreleased consoles. They have
Wow.
the Cosmos in there, which was the holographic 3D console that
Oh,
never
okay.
came
Yeah, I
out.
know that one. I don't
Stuff
think I
like
ever
that.
seen I
It's
never
just
seen the
it's
2800 though.
full of that stuff, and it's amazing. And they have a little arcade in the back. It's the most authentic 80s arcade I've seen in my life. So when you go, it's like $8, and you also get $1 worth of tokens to take back in the arcade.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
it's it's great. So the museum has like not just Atari, but also Nintendo and Sega and everything else too.
That'd
And
be
there's
awesome.
a wall of consoles, and there's like 200. It's crazy,
That would be
but
cool as hell.
you got to check it out. But that's where he and I went.
Okay, all right. Now, did it even smell like cigarette smoke and stale pizza?
No, but my car did.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's authentic right there.
Yeah.
And speaking of Atari, you have your 100th episode of that Atari show coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's been a few years in the making, I guess. It just kind of crept upon me, and but it's been several years. I think 3 years now of just some of the most coolest people I've ever met in my life. Uh, you know, I got to talk to John Hancock and John Gen X Grown Up, Digital Eclipse, Megan McDuffie, um, even Dick Crescenzo, the homebrew developer.
Yeah.
Just so many people over the years. It's just and yourself, who I met a couple years ago, and that was a great one. And then Mr. Post Style, he's on all the time. So I actually interview you and Mr. Post Style separately for this,
Okay.
and just kind of I'm editing it right now as we do this, and it's so cool to look back, and over the episodes, that you guys were in before as well. So it's a great time and chock full of Atari and gaming in general and evercade. I talked about evercade with you as well,
That's cool.
which is you're like kind of wheelhouse
I
and
wouldn't
I
say
just
that, but
well well you're one of the spokes, okay?
Mhm. There you
Just
go.
like I'm one of the spokes of Atari people, but it's just fun and I'm just honored to have met people such as yourself and um,
Thank you, man. It's an
everyone
honor
else
meeting you.
I'm not mentioning, which is everyone has been awesome,
Yeah.
who's been on the show. And I don't want to leave anyone out because, York East TV. I mean, there's been so many people over the years that have just really just been so great to talk to,
Yeah.
and and, and it's a fun show. And it kind of started out. I used to be I used to listen to a podcast called by a man named BHG, or
Okay.
Brutally Honest Gamer.
Oh,
And
yeah. Okay.
he had this thing called the Atari podcast that was on. I was in this chat a lot. Was like a dedicated listener. I had my YouTube channel already at the time, and we were talking, and he was like, "Yeah, he got kind of a little tired of covering Atari, a little peed off, and he said he was basically going to stop." And I was like, "Well, maybe I could do something like that, And that's where Atari Newsline started, and then that Atari show.
Yeah, you kind of
But
picked up where he left off.
yeah, yeah, a little bit, and it's been great. And my local friend Adam, who goes by Bally Alley, he's in my series a lot. He covers the Bally Astrocade and the ZX Spectrum and Timex computers and all that. But he's also a huge Atari fan, and we're in a club out here, the Albuquerque Atari Computer Enthusiast Group, which has been around since the '80s actually,
Oh, wow.
and we just restarted it last year with like eight of us. But
That's
it's
awesome.
been a lot of fun to go down this rabbit hole. And just as far as covering Atari, there's always something to cover, and that's why I have a new show. There's everything from like Atari barbecue sauce to arcade
Yeah.
machines coming out to umbrellas to just everything you could think of.
Yeah.
Lawsuits. There's always something to talk about in the Atari world. It's absolutely insane,
Oh, yeah.
and it makes it interesting. As a former journalist, I really get into it, and it's fun.
Oh, yeah. And that's what's really cool. When it comes to Atari, it seems like that's the company right now that they are constantly putting stuff out for the fans. It's like every week there's new homebrews coming out,
Yeah,
and it's like, man, this is the way to keep fans engaged, and wanting to come back for more. So,
yeah, it really is. And what I actually see is I think it's because of our age. Because I just turned 50, so
and
I
you
would
don't
say
look it.
I would thank you. I would say people from 40 to maybe 60 might be their target audience right now,
Oh,
or
yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. But it's that gamer, male or female, that has disposable income and their kids are who have left the house.
Yeah.
Now I don't have any kids, so I never had to go through that. But so the empty nest kind of thing kind of plays into it. But
Yeah.
so they get bored, they start collecting, and it's a hobby, and they get back into gaming. Well, I think in a few years that's actually gonna, the next thing that's gonna be huge is gonna be, the N64 and oh, how cool was that? A long
Yeah.
time ago, and it's going to change to something else. But I
Yeah.
think Atari is just kind of, a lot of people think of Atari as the start of everything.
Oh, it
And,
is.
and the whole industry learned from their mistakes, and they still are,
Yeah.
because they still make mistakes like any other company.
Yep.
So, and every other company's been bought and sold 1,000 times as well. And a company that's been around for 50 years is going to be bought and sold a few times.
Yeah.
That's
And
just how it is.
and being around that long is impressive by itself. Still
Yeah.
going strong too. And I think it's really cool, especially when it comes to Atari, because it's the console that me and you grew up on. Now
Yeah.
these younger generation, I mean, it's not a big chunk of people, but a lot of younger people are dipping their toes into it, and they're like, "Wow, this is pretty cool." And then they
Yeah.
realize it's almost crazy because these older games like Atari game, man, they're tough compared to a lot of these newer games. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it was a challenge, and I think it's when it comes to Atari. you had to have an imagination. And I think that's kind of where like modern games, as much as I love modern games, it kind of takes away. You don't have to have that imagination with these modern games because so many of them look real. And
Exactly. And that, and that kind of reminds me even, I I think that spills into everything because I'm also I'm also a 40-year Doctor Who fan.
yeah,
I've been a fan of that show since I was 10. But since like 1985. Yeah, 1985. And but yeah, it's just like in that series back in the day, the Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, and in the mid '70s. I mean, they could have episodes where you get to know people and they talk to these people for 30 minutes,
yeah,
and you get to know the town or the planet, and
yeah.
you get more character development. And they didn't have a lot of money or special effects uh, as we have now, so they did what they could, and it was laughable, but they tried. And but I mean, really, the story is what counted. These
Yeah.
days, it's yeah. If you watch current Doctor Who, it's this scene, that scene. It's very very fast, and it can't sit still, and it's got ADHD, and that's our society now. I think it's
Oh, it
very
is
what's next, what's next, and I
very
think it
much.
actually it's I think it's also tied to phones and scrolling
Oh, yeah.
and and technology, and it's kind of integrated everything. So now it's got to be fast, 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 explosion, explosion, no character development at all. If there's any, it's like one sentence, and it's just which is better. You know, I
Yeah.
like I like the old style where you focus more on characters and story.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's just the world I come from.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, shit, me and my wife just went out to eat and she was doing exactly what you just said. We're waiting for our food. She's on her phone scrolling, and I'm like,
I
really?
do it too.
I mean, I think we all do, but she's
Yeah,
obsessed with that damn phone, man.
yeah. Especially if they get a new phone.
Yeah.
Like like if I get a new phone, I'm on it like my dad used to say, I'm on it like white on rice, I'm like
Oh,
this
yeah.
for like 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So yeah.
And
Yeah.
just to get this out there, not sound like a drool fest or anything like that. I mentioned this to Crypto Coffee. I was like, man, I can't wait to interview Ballistic Coffee Boy. I go, this guy I owe so much to when it comes to my YouTube channel. You were one of my, I mean, you were one of my first subscribers, really. I think you were
Yeah.
there before I even hit
I
100.
That's so nice of you to say, but I think you would have gotten here anyway. Really just I think I think it's all about your personality. Everybody likes, they like the kind of person you are. You seem like the guy next door.
I mean, I try to stay
Um
real. I mean,
and
if you
that's and
meet
that
me in
comes through
person, this
when
is
you're
me.
real.
Yeah,
It does, and that's what happened to me. Like in the very beginning on my channel, 4 years ago, almost five, it was like I was like a robot. I was a different person. I was afraid of how people like old friends and exes might see me. And
yeah,
I was just really kind of ashamed of it. I
yeah. I know
also
what you mean.
yeah, I also had a lot of body shame in the past, not so much anymore, but um I've been clean 25 years, but I was an addict a long time ago.
Well,
Uh,
congratulations, man. That's
and
awesome.
thank you. And I'm helping people now as a therapist to actually get through that too, but which is cool. But it's kind of like giving back, but it's it just kind of it makes you a stronger person. So
Oh, definitely.
I was able to, you know, push through any fears I had about creating content and about how I come across. And I'm like, you know what? I just need to be myself. I just need to be relaxed, be myself.
Yeah,
Because I was very like guarded and I don't know, just acting like a different person, and I didn't like it. And then so once I started to be myself, that's when my channel kind of took off.
yeah.
It's like okay. And then when I started focusing on just Atari, that was also another major thing that happened 3 years ago.
Well, you can tell. You know, it comes out in your videos that you're a genuine person. This is who you are, and you really express that passion that you have for Atari. And I think that's why so many people love your channel. It's amazing, man. Like there's
Thank
so
you.
many things when it comes to Atari I thought I knew all this stuff. Man, I learned something
I
new
know.
all the time
I'm still
watching your
finding out
videos.
stuff.
Yeah, it's just insane.
I
Um,
just found out about the Atari Mirai a few weeks ago. I never heard about it.
I never heard of
And
that.
it was basically a 32 or it was a 16 or a 32 bit console they were working on back in 83. And when the
Wow.
company got sold to the Tremels, they like found this prototype, as well as the other stuff like the Cosmos from back in the 80s and all that.
Yeah,
And so, but yeah, it was meant to be a 16 or 32-bit system, and it looks very antiquated, almost like, the Apple Lisa. It's like a brown box. It
yeah.
looks really weird, and I'm gonna get into that soon on the channel because I was like, wow, that's interesting. And so I still find out new stuff about Atari every week. That's crazy.
Heck yeah. I mean, can you imagine 1983, a 32-bit system? That would have been unheard of.
I mean, maybe it was 16. I might be getting it wrong, but I can't remember exactly. But it
Well,
was it was somewhere in there.
even
Uh,
16
yeah,
would
I
be
I think it was 16 because it was early 80s.
okay.
But yeah, but just yeah, I'm always finding out stuff, and I did an oddities episode a year or two ago on BCB talking about different things, and there's a writer out there. His name is Ben. His name's Benji Edwards, and he actually writes a lot about these Atari oddities, and for like online news
Yeah.
sites and stuff. And he's an old fan actually. He's a cool guy, and he wrote a lot about that stuff. And so I like drew a lot from his article when I did that episode, and just thing after thing I didn't know about. Like of there was a version of Pong in doctors' offices called Puppy Pong,
What the heck?
and it looked like a doghouse. It was for kids to play Pong on a
Oh,
screen, and
that's pretty awesome.
I was like, "What?" Like, there's all kinds of stuff that they put out. They were also trying to develop this thing called a Mind Link back in the in the early 80s, and it was going to be a 3D headset that you wore, and that was in
Oh,
development. That's at the National Video Game Museum in Frisco, Texas, as well. And
shit.
they have all kinds of, but they had games they were making for it, and I got my Atari 50 cab from Arcade One Up a couple years ago or whatever. That has a few games in it that were made for that headset device, and it was supposed to read your brain waves,
That's
and you were supposed
amazing.
to move the character by your brain waves. That's what they were working on,
That is
and
insane.
it's crazy. And you can play the game now on that Atari 50 cab, and they're in emulation too. I'm sure. I can't remember the names of them right now, but they're really cool. And they made it to where you can use the joystick to play it. You know it's not unplayable, and it's a really good game. Um, but yeah, I'm constantly finding out about new stuff, and I'm just like, what? And I go down this really deep rabbit hole, and I see all these videos about it from 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah. How is that Atari 50 arcade treating you?
I love it. I reviewed it. It's my most watched video on my channel. I I think I don't know, it's got like 10,000 views, which is a lot for me. It's something like
That's
that, but
that's a
it's
lot.
it was like I was one of the only people that reviewed it. I I also dabble in that community, the arcade one up community on
Yeah.
YouTube. There's a creator called Michael B. the Game Genie who's
Oh yeah. Yeah.
fantastic. You know him.
Yep.
He covers it a lot, and so does some others like 19K Fox and all those people.
Yep.
And there's a lot of creators out there that have a great following that do great work on it. But I was one of the only few people that purchased it because a lot of people were making fun of it because it was Atari. And this is what I saw in those forums and those chat rooms was, oh, it's ugly. It's got Atari 50 all over it. And which I like, by the way. I
Yeah.
I think it looks really cool.
Yeah. So do
And
I.
so there was some hate about it, and some of that comes from the fact that it was Atari because there is still some Atari hate out there
Yeah.
that goes back to the crash, I think, and crappy games, you know,
E.T.
and people passed it on to their kids too, and you
Yeah.
know, and they repeat it as
Yeah.
my nephew Damien did recently. And I was like, you never, what do you know about Atari? Who cares about Atari? If you like it, you like it, you know? Anyway,
Yeah. I
but
mean,
yeah, it's,
I mean, when it comes to the like arcade community, I have quite a few arcade videos that I've done, but I've never had any like real toxic shit happen on my channel. But I noticed in the arcade community, there is a
oh,
lot of toxic shit out there. I mean, they just
yes.
dog on each
It's
other's.
almost as bad as as some might say. I'm not saying this, but some might say about some people in the Amico community, just completely unhinged.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying they're not justified or what. I'm not taking a side on any of it, but
yeah,
people are having a problem. I understand that that you have a right to express yourself,
yeah,
but it's yeah, it's just yeah. There are people out there that'll chew your leg off and spit it back out at you. You're
yeah,
like, what?
yep.
That that kind of happened to me with Atari Age, with the old website Atari Age. I which Atari owns now, but it's been around for quite a while, um, like probably decades. But um, I would go on there in the '90s and the late '90s, and they would laugh at me. I had questions about Atari games. They would laugh at me and scare me out of the room, call me names.
Oh, Jesus.
And I went back on there in the mid thousands, and the same thing happened. They just scared me away. I went back on there recently, and they scared me away. And even the moderator was like taking down my post, and I'm just like, I this is silly. So I don't interact much on there because I find I'm not saying everyone, but there's a certain cadre of people
Yeah,
that have been with that site for a long time that run things, and they're basically older gamers and they don't really like any of the new stuff. That they don't they don't consider current Atari at all. So there is some bitterness there too. And my whole take is I like old and new Atari. I
oh,
I like
yeah.
many iterations of Atari, so I'm not taking any sides. I like it all.
Hey, that's
So,
awesome, man.
and that's what I try to do on my channel. I talk about the VCS, which is their newest console, but also you know um, the older games and whatever stories are out there with those, and and homebrews. And so it's just there's so much to explore. If I did cover anything else, I wouldn't be able to have a job.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's hard.
So
There's so much. There's
there's too
so
much.
I mean, it's almost overwhelming. Like a lot of the videos that you put up, I'm like, holy crap, I've never heard of this, man. What the heck is this? And I wish I need to get better at this because my subscribers they always comment on my stuff, but for some reason I'll watch a video and love it, but I just don't comment. I need to start commenting more, just to show my appreciation because I've watched so many of your videos and it's like, holy crap,
You really
man.
should. You should just like leave a smiley face or something, because
Yeah,
I know it's hard to sit there and write a whole thing out all the time. But just leave
yeah,
a little smiley face or like a little coffee cup or whatever.
yeah, something.
You don't have to say too much.
No, because I mean, yeah, I need to put something because I need to let people know, hey, man, I am watching your stuff.
Yeah, no, I have to do that too. It's because I mean I know I put out a lot of content because I do the Atari news line, and that can be sometimes I've done three in one day. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
If things keep developing, like around the time the 2600 plus came out, I had two or three one time in one day, and it's just because news kept coming out, so it's like, but with the amount of content that I like put out, it's like it's and I work like a full-time job,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's very time consuming
Hmm.
to edit. So on the news lines, I don't have to edit too much, thankfully. And I know it shows because there are errors sometimes, but but
All
my
your
whole thing is
videos look good.
it's to get it out as soon as possible because it's news. It's
Yeah.
only news if it's new.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's my thing, is get it out. I don't care if it's not all the way right. Push it out, get it out, and move on to the next thing.
Yep. Yep.
And so I
Yeah.
think I have like over 1,300 videos or something.
Holy crap.
But there's a big chunk of that that's news,
Yeah. Yeah.
shorts.
I think
So
I think I just went over like 750 videos or something like that. I feel
yeah.
like I'm not doing enough. If I only get like 3 videos out in a week, I'm like, Man, I got to get more out there. But man, I'm so damn busy.
I know, but my whole thing was I was gonna just do 2 to 3 a week. And well,
Yeah.
when I first did it, it was one a week, and then I did 2 a week, and then I remember I interviewed John Hancock on that Atari show a couple years ago, and the immortal John Hancock, and he
I
was like,
remember watching that.
"Oh yeah," he
Yep.
said he puts out 3 a week, and I
Huh.
was like, "Okay, I'll do 3 a week." And then I started covering Atari news, and then that sometimes was in itself 3 times a week. So I was like, okay, crap. So really,
Yeah.
the those I try to push them out as fast as I can, but there's errors are gonna happen, things happen. So
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
sucks because I am not gonna fix it and repost it. I'm already on to the next thing already. So
Yeah. And you know what? Just to give you credit for this, I kind of stole this idea from you with the Zoom thing. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do interviews for the Retro Hour, I'm going to have to do it like via Zoom, and this is going to have to be pre-recorded because
yes,
everyone has, you know, different situations going on. Everyone's not going to be available at 10 p.m. on Saturday nights,
right.
and different time zones, different schedules for everybody. I was like, ah, BCB is doing it the right way, man, because I know you have shows that you do that, and this is the way that you do it.
Yeah, and it's the easiest.
Yeah.
There are some quirks to it. I use the free version. I don't pay for it.
Same
So,
here.
and that means it goes for 40 to 45 minutes only,
Yeah.
which is fine. But it's kind of funny when I did an interview with my good friend Carrie Z Productions
Yeah.
um, here a couple years ago. It was a three-parter because him and I talked for 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
So I made it a three-parter because
Oh,
I don't like to cut anything out if I can help it.
yeah, no
So
doubt.
if
No
it
doubt.
seriously doesn't, if I feel like that was me saying it and I would feel weird, I probably won't put it out, but
Yeah.
or I'll edit out whatever. But I mean, he and I went on and on and on, and it was like talking to myself. That's like if he was here, we'd be like best friends type of thing, you know.
Heck yeah,
So
man.
it's like crap, you know.
Heck yeah. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
But hey, I tell you what, yeah, this thing is already saying the time's almost up. So I'm sure we have like what 15 more minutes or something like that. But is there
10 minutes.
anything that you want to, is it 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to let everyone know is coming up on your channel? And also, before you do that, I will have a link to his channel below. Definitely go to BCB's channel. It's awesome, especially if you're an Atari fan. He's an awesome guy, easy to talk to. I mean, hey, you're seeing it right now. So let us know what's going on, what's coming up.
Yeah, well, I had the 100th episode of that Atari show. And thank you, by the way, for what you said. That was really nice. I have the 100th episode of that Atari show coming up. I think it's going to air June 2nd at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. I have to do that in
Okay.
my head all the time. The whole
Heck yeah. Same here.
uh, 8 o'clock Central.
Heck yeah.
um, but yeah, that's coming up. I also I'm not sure when this is going to air, but I also right now I have a new episode of Atari Theater coming out
Awesome.
next week as of the time we're doing this, and it's about the Atari ST computer and the ads. I've done a whole series where I put whenever I focus on something on that Atari show, I produce a bunch of like footage, like commercials and things.
Yeah.
So, and I'm always on the lookout for commercials I've never seen before.
Oh, heck
So,
yeah.
and I feature those people on that show too. But so, I just group videos together. So I've had videos for Atari Theater for the Lynx, the Jaguar, the 5200, everything, 2600. My last one was on the Atari HQ and Atari headquarters and the video game Crash. And I I basically just combine videos on YouTube that I have permission to post and put them in there.
That's
And
awesome.
so this is for the Atari ST. Since me and my good friend Bally Alley just covered the Atari 1040 STF home computer from 1985 on that Atari show last episode, episode 99. So yeah, so that's coming up. I also do a gameplay series called Espresso, which is like a 5 to 10 minute game review show. And
That's
I'm
awesome. I
it's
love that
cool.
show.
Thank you. It's like get in, get out, like 5 10 minutes, and that's about the attention span of our viewers, as you know, is about
Oh
5 or 10 minutes
yep, yep.
because we're all fallible human beings with no attention span for anything.
Yep. Exactly, exactly.
Pavlov's dogs. Yeah, but yeah, so I it's switching from Atari 7800 right now and Espresso 3 to Espresso 4, which is going to be Lynx. So I'll be doing 5 to 10 minute Atari Lynx handheld reviews this summer.
That's awesome.
Still working on that, and and then as always, Atari Newsline as news drops in the Atari world, old and new. So those are kind of the three things I'm working on, and it's
Awesome.
plenty.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a full plate.
Yes.
All right. Well, hey, Ballistic Coffee Boy, I want to thank you for joining me. It's a
Anytime.
pleasure. Pleasure. It's always a pleasure talking to you, man.
Anytime. You're
Good
one of my
dude.
favorite people. I love watching your channel. I don't always comment because I'll have you on Apple TV and I'll be on the couch and I can't move to get
Oh, I
the
get it.
laptop to comment, so I'm just like, okay, but
I get
yeah,
it.
I watch and I support you and you do great stuff and
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I
definitely
appreciate it.
anytime,
All right.
anytime. You're
Well,
a great guy and congratulations and good luck on your channel
hey,
as well.
thank you. And same to you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, dude. All right. There we have it. BCB. Really appreciate that interview. Now we are going to jump in, and you know what? I forgot to even say it. Cheers, everyone. This is awesome. I'm so glad that all of you guys are here. And no, this ain't just tomato juice. This is Bloody Mary, and I made it kind of strong. So I might be a little bit drunky by the time we start these games up. So let's get into the retro basket right now. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we did the retro basket. So we are gonna stir these up, see what we get. Hopefully something good. Sometimes you get duds, man. Oh hell no. Alright, so yeah, the video game gods are on my side tonight. I know you can't see that, but this is Bat Sugan. Um yeah, this is the part of the show that I need to have a little more organized. Let me grab my evercade cart real quick. All right, so it's on Toa Plan 3. Let's get this going. And on top of that, I'm gonna have to put my old man glasses on so I can see. All right. Did it pop up? Yes, it did. All right, so we got it in. There we go. Sweet. Been a while since I played Batsugan, but hey, one credit. Yeah, one credit. You know what makes the Bloody Mary pour You know what makes a Bloody Mary taste better? Like honestly, pickle juice, man. You put pickle juice in it. Whew, delicious. All right, so here we go. Let's do some Batsugan. Oh man, I just have a and look everybody, I know some people complain because a lot of times I play on full screen. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm just not a fan of bezels. All right. Yes, yes. Pickle juice and vodka. Oh, hell yeah. I've never had like just pickle juice and vodka straight. Obviously, there's vodka in my Bloody Mary. And this will not be one credit, Gene joke. There's just absolutely no way. Because that happens. Like just a hail of bullets start coming. I can't handle that shit. Yep, the bad year blimp. Speaking of bad year blimp, you guys all see that Spaceballs 2 is coming. I have mixed emotions about that because it's not, son of a bitch, it's not going to be the same without John Candy. Don't want to kill the sharks. The dolphins. Oh, son of a bitch. There we go. Hey, I didn't have to continue yet. That's a good thing. Oh, you haven't played this in a while? This is a great game. It gets pretty nuts, though, with the amount of bullets. I mean, you're meant to die. They want your quarters. I haven't done the quarter challenge yet with this cart, but I'm sure I'll be broke afterwards. Yeah, this is the gun I like. Just fucks everything up. Hell yeah. Yeah, another person I need to get a hold of is Ed from the Evercade Effect. I wanted to do an interview with him, but dude's tough to get a hold of, man. So if he's streaming right now and anyone goes over to his stream, tell him to email me. I lost his email. I can't find it. My dumbass is, I mean, just dumb as can be when it comes to computers. And son of a fuck. Well, yeah. I just didn't save it. Yeah, eat shit. Hey! Damn. Drinky, drinky. Oh. Let me watch what I'm doing. Well, I can't watch what I'm doing when not even my bullets are getting in my way. Come on, mofo. It's alright. What's never ending continues for, you know? Let me get all these Star Trek Vs. At least that's what they look like to me. Yeah, it is an awesome game, man. What's going on, Richard? How's it going? Ooh, a pig. Hey, I wanted the pig. Oh, son of a bitch. That was getting crazy. Level stage 3 already. That's the thing though, man. Like arcade games, I love arcade games, but they're so short. I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing. If you just want to get a good, quick fix. So, question to the chat. Have any of you guys ever beaten Commando? The arcade game Commando. It seriously took me, what, 38 years or something, and I finally beat it, and I was so pissed off when I saw the ending. It was the dumbest shit ever. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I went through hell trying to beat that game for that. Yeah, I gotta pause this. I gotta see if anyone ever beat it. Yeah, the NES Commando is a little bit easier. I'm not saying it's an easy game, but compared to the arcade version, holy shit. Right when I unpause it. You son of a bitch. Yeah, that game is just ruthless, man. It's about as ruthless as this game in, like, Gigawing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a quarter challenge on that game. Just for shits and giggles, man. Gigawing, like, I don't know, man. It gets you from behind and doesn't kiss your neck, doesn't do nothing. Tosses your salad. Whoa. Whoa. Oh no. Oh, come on. Those bats are pretty cool looking though. Like when they start flying though, they look like TIE fighters. Whew. Yeah, I think I might have made them Bloody Marys a little too strong. I think this is like my fourth. Drinking during an interview. I guess there's no such thing as too strong. Because the way I see it, drinking and video games go hand in hand, man. It's all about having a good time. There's a lot of people out there that just take them way too serious and they get mad if you don't play them the right way. I didn't know there was a right way to play a game. Son of a bitch. Sorry, man. When I start playing, I just start blabbing. Most of the time, it doesn't make sense. And I did that shit a lot on stage when I was in my band. I'd just be shit-faced drunk, start saying shit that after watching the recording and everything, I was like, what the hell is I talking about? I'm not saying I'm shit-faced. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. all I got. Just a hailstorm. I ain't gonna be able to see shit. No. I knew that was coming. I thought the game froze on me. Son of a pup. Son of a... Kidding me. Rage quitting is real. I ain't doing it. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't think there's any way around this. You just die. Alright. That's cool. I'm getting all close to the screen and everything like it's gonna help me. Come on. Oh, I'm out. Yeah, I think I'm in a little secret spot, man. Oh! Yeah! It sure was. Go ahead, kill me. I'll just use these bombs. I get my bombs back. Give me that. Give me that. Get over here. I need to get back into... I just died anyway. Son of a poor dishwasher, Dad used to say. Hey, thanks, Crypto. And I didn't ask you when I interviewed you if you had any kids. If so, happy Father's Day to you. If not, man, still happy Father's Day, because everyone has alone time. I mean, some people flush them babies down the toilet. Or in the shower. Dispose of the evidence. They're the cheapest kids to have. Oh. What the fuck was that? Wow. Wing, 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 wing. These bullets, man. Oh, they're wigging me out. There we go. Hey, you ain't sneaking on me. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says, man. This Toa Plan 3 cart, I think, shit, is the best arcade cart on evercade. That's just me, though. Although these flying shooters are hard as hell. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know how I got through that. That was amazing. I'm gonna have to go back and do a little screen edit of that and put it in slow motion and do like a John Madden commentary. Start marking up the screen and everything. Yeah, you see here, he took a left and that ship thought he was gonna go right. Yeah. Ooh, I think I need those. This is definitely not battle music. This sounds like something that you... The music sounds like something that you would hear on a loudspeaker at a mall. I don't know how I'm doing this. This is amazing. Oh! Then I opened my big mouth. Stupid. That's just crazy. Got herself a boss. Oh yeah. I can dig this. Hey! I don't even know what this thing is. What am I fighting? He's like shooting out like big ass like dildos. Look at that shit. Ooh, is that what I want to hit right there? He hit me. Yeah, sorry everyone, man. I got a sailor mouth, and I cuss a lot. I unfortunately kind of passed that on to my kids. Woohoo! Jackpot! So what's going on, Papa Brad? That's another dude I interviewed. I got quite a few people in here that I interviewed. Papa Brad, he's the man. Cheers. Did I just beat the game? What the hell? Yeah, it's been a while since I played this. I didn't even realize I beat it. Oh well. Alright. So that was Batsugan, and honestly, couldn't have been a better pick, man. For the first night back. I mean, it's been, a year, I think, since my last Retro Hour show. And I know I had a lot of people, and I shouldn't say a lot, my normal, I guess, guests, not guests, but watchers, they were all like, man, you should do it live. That would be the shit, man. So, yeah, I took that to heart, man. I was like, yeah, I need to figure out how to live stream. And I just learned how to live stream like a few months ago. Because, like I said, when it comes to computers and shit, I'm just dumb. Like, I don't know any of this shit. So, there was a guy that said that he would help me. I met up with him at Tour Gaming Convention last year. Retro Bliss, super nice guy, cool guy. We exchanged numbers, and he said, "Hey, just get a hold of me if you need any help setting up a live stream. I kind of figured it out how to do it, but yeah, it is what it is. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm reading these chats and I don't have my old man glasses on. Yeah, Retro Bliss is awesome, man. Oh, he's gonna be on? Oh yeah, yeah. Because you're gonna have Mike on there too. Yeah, both of those guys, super awesome people. I never met Mike in person, but I have met Retro Bliss. Super nice guy. Uh, Actually, I thought he was shorter than what he was, and then I met him, and he's like as tall as I am, and I was like, "Holy shit, this dude's tall." So pretty cool. Hey Rob, what's happening, man? That's another guy right there. I interviewed him too. He's gonna be coming up as well. So yeah, and I need to get a hold of Mr. Poe Style when he starts feeling better. Need to do an interview with him. That should be a good time. Me and Poe do the same thing for a living. Both work in a steel mill, and it sucks. I don't know if he likes it, but I can't stand it. I don't know. It's just not for me. I'm not a lazy person or anything like that, but man, I'm just getting older, and it's like, man, it's just breaking my body down, man. I need to do something. Whoa, 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 what? Do you both really? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, me and him both work in the steel mill. I think Poe is taller than me though. I think Poe's taller than me. I think he towers me. What are you, Poe? Like 6'6" or something like that? I mean, I'm 6'3". I don't. I'd say that I don't know if it's average or not, but I usually don't meet too many people taller than me. Yeah, it is, man. Shovel. It's. I mean, when you get it going and running right, it's not too bad, but it's just getting to that point. I mean, it just sucks. Sorry, I got to put these glasses on. I can't see shit. Yeah, J Matt. During the summer, steel mills suck. Absolutely sucks. You know, it wasn't even like super hot today, but it was like mad humid. I mean, not to sound nasty or anything, but I don't know, 10 minutes in, man, your nuts are fucking sticking to your leg and shit. Baby powder. You need some baby powder. Big time. You're a hobbit? You're 5'6". Oh, you're 6'4". You're 6'4". Okay, you're still taller than me, though. Oh, and your son is taller than you, but he's skinny. You're not a fat boy. Come on, man. Cornstarch in the men's bathroom every break. I tell you what, man. I not to get too personal, but man, my supervisor came around the corner one day and I was right out on the floor and I had a handful of baby powder and I unzipped my pants. I'm sitting there just powdering my nuts and shit. And he goes, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Dude, don't look then, man. Jesus Christ, man, it's hot in here." Mm. Oh yeah, my wife, she's 5'3". But you know what? Since my wife is in here and now she can't say that I'm talking crap about her or anything, um, yeah, she's only 5'3", and I'm a foot taller than her. But that's what's great about being tall and being married to a short woman because she has like little midget fists. So it makes me feel like a porn star that I'm not. So kind of cool, man. I know she's probably at work right now. Like she's at work watching this. Bro. Yeah, and she likes to say bro a lot. She says bro a lot. That's all right though. Hey man, I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to it was just awesome coming back and doing this. So, I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. I have plenty of videos coming up and we will be back next week at 10 p.m. for the retro hour. I believe Crypto Coffee will be it is. It's Crypto Coffee next week will be my guest for the interview, and after that, I have to look. It's either Rob or Man Shovel after that, and then Papa Brad's on there. And we got a bunch, man, just a bunch of people. So it should be fun. I should have wrote all this stuff down so I know who's gonna be week to week, but I will let everyone know. So oh, dude, Papa Brad, thank you. Man, you're the man, dude. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. I don't have a little uh video like you have. I don't have the retro babes dancing around. Yes, next week is Torg. Me and my wife are going to Torg and I will do my I guess unboxing on the retro hour next week. Uh, yeah, Saturday is Torg Gaming Convention, so that should be pretty badass. Plan on getting a good haul there, and dude, yeah, Papa Brad, man, thanks, Papa Brad, first super chat ever. Thanks, Papa Brad, and you know what? I'm gonna make little super chat videos. And I'm gonna kind of steal your idea because they're fucking hilarious, man. So I definitely got to do that. Much appreciated, Papa Bread. And by the way, go to his channel. He has a badass channel as well. And get yourself a legit shirt. A legit shirt. It says legit. He said that I was legit. No, he's fucking legit. It's Papa Brad, man. So, Torg, where's that? Toledo. No. This year it's in Sandusky. That's near my old stomping grounds, not too far from my old stomping grounds. Sandusky is where Cedar Point is. That's really what Ohio's known for is Cedar Point, but it should be pretty damn cool. Legitness. God damn it. Yeah. No, I plan on picking up like a good haul there. And me and my wife, you can call this corny all you want. I don't care. Me and my wife are getting tattoos there as well. She's getting Princess Peach, and I'm gonna get Mario, and they kind of like go together. So, aw, yeah, pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good time. Haven't had a tattoo done in a while, so why not? And it's with my wife, so that should be a good time. Tattoos and video games. Awesome day. So yeah, Crypto Coffee is definitely my guest next week on the Retro Hour at 10 p.m. Saturday night, and I will have loads of games, maybe handheld, maybe a console, who knows, to share with everyone. I'll show you my treasure loot that I do that day. Should be a good time. So I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the support. And until the next video, I guess, or the next episode of the Retro Hour next week. Either way, man, just stay tuned for more videos and the next episode of the Retro Hour. Until then, game on, everybody. Oh yeah, here we go. See ya. Peace.